Hey guys, it's Aislinn, and in today's video, we're going to be trying some new shades that Pulp Riot just released. So they released 4 new colors, and they're all natural colors, which you guys know piques my interest. Anytime there is a new semi-permanent hair color out there, I need to try it. So they actually reached out and wanted to know if I wanted to try these, and I was like, yes, because I was going to buy them. So thank you to Pulp Riot for sending these over. Here's the mailer. Look how cute we have. It looks like a static TV. So cute. Love the packaging. Here is the inside. So we have a text thread up at the top, and then here are the 4 new colors. Look how beautiful. Very, very excited to swatch these today. We're also going to see if these come out of the hair easily or if they are a little bit more stubborn. You guys have been asking me to try these, so I'm really excited I'm able to try them for you guys. Before we get to the video, I do just want to mention I released an eyeshadow palette with Spoiled Cosmetics. This is the Halloween palette. Half of it is fall colors. Look how beautiful. We've got shimmers, glitters. Half of it is Halloween or any time of the year. We've got red and green in here along with other colors. So here is the Halloween palette. On the back, we have my beautiful Luna in the pumpkin patch. You guys know she passed away earlier this year, so I was able to add her on the back of the palette in memory of her. So here's a Halloween palette. I will leave it linked in the description down below. If you're gonna get it, use code Aislinn at checkout. It will save you some money and it will drop down the price to $25. So I will leave this linked in the description down below for you guys. So the first shade we have is called Careless. This one is described as dark umber. It's like a dark brown shade. Then we have Impetuous. This one is described as a rich brown. So this one looks like it's going to be darker than this one. Again, we'll see when we swatch the differences, but there are those two side by side. Then we have Volatile, which I am also very excited about. This one is a deep wine color. You guys can see. Oh, love a deep wine during like the fall, winter season. And the last shade, which is I think the one I am most interested to see, is called Fickle. This one is a champagne blonde. The packaging on it honestly freaks me out a little bit. It's like a little girl or like a little doll crying. The art on this one definitely made my skin crawl a little bit, which I personally love. Love the packaging. You guys know Pulp Riot has such good packaging. I will also be swatching these on blonde hair as well as some light brown hair so we can see the darker shades on the brown and see how it performs. Let's go ahead and get my second camera angle set up and we're gonna start swatching. As you guys can see, we are going to swatch them on blonde as well as a lighter brown color. Fickle, which is that champagne blonde, obviously I'm not going to swatch on a darker brown shade, but all of the rest I am because they are deeper tones and I do want to see how they perform on already light brown hair. Let's go ahead and go in with that first shade, Fickle. This is the one I am most intrigued by. All right. Ooh, okay. Looks like a very pretty beigey blonde. Let's work that into the hair. Okay, I almost see some blushy undertones in it. Looks like a beigey blush color. Oh my gosh, one thing I am obsessed with is the smell of Pulp Riot, you guys. It is definitely like top 3 scents for hair dye. The smell is just unmatched. It smells so good. Anytime I dye my hair with Pulp Riot, the smell is just the best part. Anytime I dye my hair with Pulp Riot, the smell lingers in my hair and it smells so good. I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more Fickle because I feel like I need to saturate it more since it's a lighter color. Moving on to this next shade, Impetuous. This one reminds me of chocolate, like a chocolate bar. It looks so beautiful. All right. Ooh, looks really dark and rich. All right, I'm curious about these undertones. Ooh, wow. Those undertones look really, really nice. Sometimes with browns, you guys know, it can look a little wonky, look a little weird, but these ones look really nice and rich like the color describes. Sometimes there can be some weird greenish or bluish undertones in a really dark brown color that's semi-permanent. This one looks real nice. Really does look like melted chocolate. It smells so good. Love the smell. Next up, we have Careless, which is the darker brown color. This is described as dark umber. Curious to see how this one is going to be different than the other one. Right now, they both look pretty similar with their level of depth. It looks like a really dark chocolatey brown. Once we start working it in, we'll be able to see those undertones better. Okay, this one definitely looks like it's a little bit more cool toned. Definitely seeing some more more ashy vibes in here. So it's definitely looking like a totally different brown than the other one, which I love. It also does look like it's going to be a little bit darker and have more depth to it. Definitely see those cool undertones, but it still does not look weird like a green or a blue. Has really nice, looks like ashy undertones to it. We'll see what it looks like when it's rinsed off. I am very curious how it's going to look when it's rinsed, if it's going to be more of like a neutral brown or if it is going to have more of those ashy undertones. The last shade we have is Volatile, which is that really deep wine color. All right, let's see what this one looks like. Okay, definitely seeing some purpley vibes here. This actually is a little bit more pink than I thought it would be. It's absolutely beautiful, but I definitely see some heavy pink undertones in this. For some reason, I was thinking more of like a wine, like reddish, like a red toned purpley color. This definitely leans more pink versus red, which I absolutely love. More of a berry versus like a red purple. It looks so beautiful, and I am especially excited to see this color on the brown swatch. I love putting dark colors over a natural like brown shade or even like a level 8. It just makes the color look so much more dark and rich, and it looks like more of a jewel tone. So pretty. I'm really excited to see this rinsed out of the hair. I can definitely see on the swatch how dark it is. There is such depth to this wine shade. It's so beautiful. And the smell, you guys. I need to see if they got some shampoo that smells like this, because I'm a little obsessed. All right, I'm gonna let these sit for 20 to 30 minutes, rinse using cold water, and we will be right back so we can see what these look like, and then we're gonna try and remove them out of the hair. All right, we're back. Here are what the shades look like, and let me tell you, none of the shades were bleeding when I was rinsing them, which is extremely impressive. I could not believe how little these shades bled. The browns didn't even bleed at all. This one bled a tiny bit for like 1 second, which literally shocked me with how dark these colors are and how much depth they have behind them. I could not believe how little they bled. So let's go ahead and run through the shades. Here is that champagne blonde, the shade Fickle. It's very pretty, and it's just a little bit more of like a toned blonde. I'll put a blonde swatch next to this so you guys can see what it looks like before and after. Then we have Impetuous, definitely a warmer toned dark chocolate color. So beautiful. I love the undertones. We have Careless, which is that dark umber color. Definitely more of a cool toned brown and darker. So beautiful though. I love how different these two shades are, but each of them are so pretty. Then we have Volatile, which is that burgundy wine shade, and it is so stunning, so beautiful. Here is a blonde swatch next to the Fickle shade. As you guys can see, it's just brighter blonde. It has more yellow undertones, and then this one is more muted down and more of that like champagne color. I do just want to show you guys on my phone. So here you can see the difference between the two. You guys can see those warm undertones, the cooler undertones, and this beautiful burgundy. So you guys can see they are very different. I went ahead and mixed up some color remover. Let's go ahead and apply it halfway down and see what happens. I honestly have no idea what's going to happen. With semi-permanent naturals like this, it definitely is a mixed bag. We never know what's gonna happen. Sometimes the brown colors will turn like a bluish shade. Sometimes they just go back to like a really orange color when they lift. Rarely they come all the way out of the hair, but I have had a couple cases where the brown semi-permanent does come out of the hair. Obviously the blonde is probably gonna come all the way out of the hair just because it's not really a super pigmented shade and it barely, you know, shifted the original color. But the brown shades, I'm not sure. I feel like this one will probably just go orange. This one, I would not be surprised if it lifts like a green or a blue because it's more of a cool tone. And then this end color, the burgundy red, I think might just lift more of like a pinky color. It would be amazing if these came out of the hair, but it's very rare that that happens. I am seeing on the end here with this burgundy, it's not lifting red, it's lifting more of like a caramel brown, which is already way different than most burgundy shades that are semi-permanent. So that is a good sign. If anyone can do it, I have faith that Pulp Riot can make these come out of the hair a nice color and not some crazy orange or blue. So we're gonna see what happens as time goes on, but for right now I am seeing some positive signs which are making me happy. I'm gonna cover these up, let them process for 30 minutes, and I'll be right back so we can see what the swatches are going to look like. All right, we're back. Let me show you the results. Here are what the swatches look like. I am incredibly shocked at how well these lifted out of the hair. Obviously, they did not lift all the way out of the hair and they left some brassy color behind, but overall, they lifted quite a bit. Can we talk about this burgundy wine color? For it to go from that dark burgundy to this lighter brassy blonde is insane. I really want to see how Color Oops would perform on these. I feel like this is an instance where Color Oops would do a much better job and could potentially remove the rest of the color. The fact that a bleach-based color remover lifted every single shade this much makes me think that Color Oops might do an even better job. So in the future, I'm definitely going to have to try that on these and see what happens. But overall, it did a great job at lifting out color. Overall, I am really impressed with the 4 new colors. I think they are absolutely beautiful. The formulation is spot on. I love the colors, the undertones of them, the depth of them, how they come out of the hair. And you have to think too, this is freshly dyed hair. If you let these fade out or try doing like vitamin C or Malibu CPR and really strip off a lot of this color before going in with a bleach-based color remover, I feel like it would come out of the hair so much better. So very impressed with the shades, how well they come out of the hair, the undertones. I just feel like they really nailed the natural colors. I think it's really difficult to nail semi-permanent natural shades, and these are really good. If I can find these, I'll leave them linked in the description down below. You guys know Pulp Riot is a professional brand, so sometimes you can find the colors on Amazon, sometimes you cannot. If I can, I will leave them linked in the description down below for you guys. That is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. The link to that is in the description down below. I post way more of my everyday life on there. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.